Hello everyone, welcome back to Andrina's Creation. In today's video, I'll be showing you how to customize your own characters, your own image, how to change colors and stuff like that. Now, I do apologize, this video might be very long. I'm trying to cover as much as possible. I have done this plenty of times in my Facebook group, but today I am going to record it for YouTube. Again, this video might be long because I have to cover as much as possible so you won't get confused. To get started, today I'll be using Silhouette Studio. I have explained this multiple times. You don't need a cutting machine to use this software. Just like you have Microsoft Word, you design in the software and you print, and then you're going to cut this out by hand. Now, if you have the cutting machine, kudos to you. I myself have the cutting machine. Now, to download this software, Basic Edition is free. You just have to go to Silhouette America and download the free version. Me personally, I have Business Edition, and it is a one-time payment. And right now, check the description box. Usually, it's on sale. It's up to you, whichever version you want to use. I highly recommend just going straight to Business Edition so you can have the ability to use all icons. Now, you could still do a lot in Basic Edition. Now, you also need to download Basic Edition first. And then once you download the software into your computer, you're going to go into your computer and then enter your license key for your Business Edition. I have a whole separate video explaining that. Now, I'm going to show you that it is very easy to do and you don't have to feel intimidated, okay? Also, if you're not in my Facebook group, feel free to join Andrina's Creations Crafting Lounge. I randomly go live there, here, and there, where this is where I have explained this multiple times. Again, you don't need a cutting machine to use this software. So the first thing that I do, and there's multiple ways of doing this. I'm just going to show you the way that I do this. This is the way I've been doing it for years now. You could watch several other videos and take tips and tricks from every other video. But today I'm going to show you how I do this my way. If I'm going too fast for you, just stop the video and rewind. I don't want this video to be so long, which I understand it is going to be kind of long. First thing that you need to go is to Google, and you are going to look up a coloring page image. So here I typed in Minnie Mouse coloring page. You're going to look up any coloring page that you want to customize. I'm just going to click on this one for now. Now, if you have Basic Edition, you have to right click, you have to save your image into your computer. Sorry, guys. All these notifications. Okay, you're going to have to right click and save your image if you have Basic Edition. I have Business Edition, so all I have to do is right click, copy my image, go into Silhouette, right click, and paste my image, and it's here. If you have Basic Edition, you're gonna have to right click, save it, and then you're gonna go into your software. You're gonna go to File, you're going to go to Merge, and this is where you're going to look for wherever you saved your image at, okay? Your next step will be you need to trace this image. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. I'm going to go to my right to my trace panel. It is icon number 5. Just hover your mouse over your icons and it's going to say open the trace panel. You're going to click where it says select trace area. Your mouse is going to change like into a cross sign. You're going to make a box over your image. As you can see, this image also has like a outline, so I'm gonna make sure I try not to grab the outline. All I want is Minnie. If by any chance, as you can see here, my box is under her bow, all I'm going to do is right here has a little square, so I'm gonna move it, bring it up just a little bit by having my mouse over the little square and bringing it up so I can cover Minnie's bow. From here, I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait till my mini turns yellow. You need to make sure that every outline it is covered in yellow. As you can see here, I'm going to zoom in. You also have a minus sign on the top and a plus sign. That is the zoom in, zoom out. Right here, as you can see, I want to cover that just a tiny bit more. If you look on your right, it's going to say threshold. I'm going to bring up my threshold just a tad bit using either the arrow right here, or you can just click there, so bring it up, and you can see when you bring it up, your threshold is going to cover in more of the yellow. Once you are satisfied on how it looks, all you have to click here where it says trace. Once you click on trace, just wait a couple of seconds. It's going to go like this. You're going to move your image to the side, and now as you can see, Mini has been traced. I cannot start coloring Mini like this because then all I'm going to do is I'm just going to be able to color the outline, and I don't want that. If I go to my fill panel, it looks like a paint palette on your right. If I go and fill in with color, this is what is going to happen. I don't want that. I'm going to undo. While Mini is like this, I'm just going to make sure Mini is selected. I am going to right click, release compound path. Once you release compound path, as you can see, you will see all these individual rectangles. That means that everything inside of Mini is an individual shape. So the inside of her bowl, the ears, everything, it's in shape now. So now you can come in here and start coloring Mini up. I'm going to click anywhere on my screen so I can unselect Mini. And as you can see up here, I traced some of the outline of that image. So I'm going to select that, click on delete on my keyboard. Now, some people like to change the color of the skin of the characters and stuff like that. Or by any chance here in the fill color, you don't have the color exactly what Mini is. All you have to do is go back to Google. You're going to look up a Minnie Mouse image. You're going to click on it. If you have basic edition, you have to right click and save this to your computer, but I have business edition, so I'm going to right click, copy, bring in open up my software, right click and paste. I'm going to put Mini right here. I'm going to zoom in just in case. I'm going to click on Mini's face, just the face, right? Right here in your fill panel, you have like, it looks like a medicine dropper. I'm going to click on the medicine dropper and click inside of Mini's face, the one that is already colored. And now because I clicked on it, my dropper picked up Mini's face color. Let me put this a little bit smaller. It picked up her color and inserted here, right? By any chance, if I would like to make her a little bit darker, all I will have to do is look up on Google, brown a palette or whatever color palettes you would like. You will click on a palette. You're going to right click, copy, and if you have basic, you have to save it and paste. So the same thing I'm going to do. I'm going to click on Mini's face, click on the dropper that's in my fill panel, and click on a color from my palette. And there you go. Next step will be to click on each shape in here and start coloring like you're coloring a coloring page. I'm going to click on her eyelashes. And how do you know when you're actually selecting something is you're going to see a rectangle go around it. That's how you know that item is selected. By any chance, if you cannot grip it correctly, just zoom in your plus sign on the top and make sure that you're actually selecting what you want. After you click on it, you're going to go into your fill panel and color this black. the inside of her eyes will be white. So I'm going to select one side of her pupil, hold down my shift key, and select the other one so I have both selected and color it white. Her nose as well is going to go black. Gonna zoom out. Her tongue is going to go pink. And then you go on from here. And then you could select all her dress, click on something first on her dress, hold down the shift key, and click on everything that has to do with her dress. You're gonna let go of your shift key, right click, and group this together. Now I have my entire dress grouped, and I can go and change the color. And I actually missed a spot right here. You don't have to do nothing else. All you have to do is, while the entire dress is selected, the one that you group, you go ahead and click down the shift key, hold it down, and click the part that you missed. Let go of your shift key, right click, and group it. And now if I go color this up, her entire dress looks colored. Now, I also could go and click on the middle of her bow, hold down my shift key, click on the rest of the bow, let go of the shift key, right click, and group this together. And now I could also change the color of her bow. I know a lot of people also get confused. Well, I can't click on something. As you can see here, my mouse looks like an arrow. If I put my mouse over something, my mouse should turn like a hand. So now I know that my mouse is over her glove, which I could click on it and I will color it white. Her entire glove, I'm going to color it white. Okay. Also, I'm going to give you a tip right here. As you can see, the middle of her glove has an opening here that maybe you're going to have to manually click on that little part and color it black. To me, that's just an extra step that you don't have to do. I'm going to actually color it red right now so you can see what I mean. And I'm going to zoom in. What you're going to do here is you're going to select that part of her glove, hold down the shift key, select the other side of her glove, her entire glove. You're going to go to your modify panel. That is the icon on your right that looks like a square and a circle. It says modify, and you're going to click where it says subtract all. Once you click subtract all, just wait a couple of seconds, click somewhere else on your screen, click on that little shape, and click delete on your keyboard. Now automatically this shape is taken out of the glove. So if I go and color the back of Mini black, you will see that there's an actual opening there. So see how automatically that opening is on Mini? As you can see here, it didn't do it. I will have to manually select every single part in this glove and color it, and I don't want to do that, so I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to click on that part, hold down my shift key, and click on all those three openings. Click also on my glove, go to my modify panel, click on subtract all, and as you can see now, it subtracted them all, right? So now I'm missing this little part of her glove to color it white as well. And you are literally done coloring Minnie from here. As you know, when we first traced her, her outline was all red. You might not see it right now because she's colored, but her outline is still all red, and I don't like that. So what I will do is I will select right here around her, click, leave my mouse clicked, and then drag it to select everything on Minnie. I will go to my outline panel. On my right, it's under the paint panel. Right here, where it says line style is gonna have the option for the line thickness and also the line color. I'm going to click where it says line color right here, and you're gonna have a shape right here that's gonna be the no outline color. When you click on it, Mini will have no red outline. You are done from here, but I'm also going to show you an extra step. Let's say you want to customize her clothes with a different background, just not a color, and her bow. All you have to do is you're going to go to Google, and I'm going to look up, let's say, a Gucci background, right? And you're going to look for a background that you would like. I'm just going to click on this one. I'm going to right click, copy. Again, if you have basic, you have to save it to your computer, right click and paste it. Wait till it comes into your software. Now I'm going to click on this background. I'm going to right click it and send to back. Okay, so now it's in the back of Mini. What I'm going to do is I am going to select her bow, and I already have her bow grouped. If you don't have her bow grouped, go ahead and group it. All you got to do is click on some part of her bow, hold down the shift key, and click everything else from her bow, right click and group it, okay? But mine is already grouped, so I have her bow selected. I'm going to click on the shift key and click on my background. Make sure you only have the bow and the background selected. Let go of your shift key, go to your modify panel and click on crop. Once you click on crop, Mini's bow is going to have that image. Now, right now it looks like I can't even tell what the background is. So I'm going to go back to my fill panel. On your fill panel, you have three options. Right here it's going to say fill color, gradient color, and fill with pattern. I'm going to click where it says fill with pattern. Just wait a couple of seconds. You know, Silhouette sometimes wants to act up. When you are in the fill with pattern, it's going to say advanced options. I'm going to click in advanced option. And here is also going to say scale. Where it says scale, I'm going to bring down that scale. And as you can see how Minnie Mouse bow is changing, just so you can see more of her the bow. Also, right click on her bow and make a compound path. So now everything looks more cohesive. So make sure you also right click and make it a compound path. I have to go up on my scale. And also right here, you have the option where it says pan pattern. When you click on pan pattern, you're going to have like a little circle there, and you're able to move this up and down. By having the mouse clicked on that circle, you're able to move it, okay? And I'm actually had to go up a little bit more on my scale. That was too much. Pan pattern and move it. Let's say I want her dress to be matching her color bow. All I have to do is select on her dress. Remember, I already have her entire dress grouped together. I will go back to my fill pattern. I mean to my fill icon. Click on the first one, that is the fill option, the fill with color. I'm going to click on my dropper, and I'm going to come in here in her bow. And as you can see, the colors are changing on the option to see which one you want. You're just going to go all around her bow and see which color you want to actually select until you feel comfortable. Just gonna click on it and I'm gonna leave it there. And now Minnie is done. Now if you want her to leave her like that, you can. But remember, Minnie is not grouped together. If I go and try to move this over, her bow is gonna come out to the side. So I'm gonna undo. I'm going to click somewhere here on my screen, drag my mouse over Minnie, right click and group her together. Now you could do as you please. You could do centerpieces, you could make stickers, you could put this on your customized party favors. You can do anything you want with this image. Put it on a shirt, anything like that. Also, as you could see before I ungrouped her, so this is another tip that I'm going to give you. If I right click and ungroup her, Minnie is into multiple pieces, meaning if you like to do HTV or you want to do cardstock cutouts, all you have to do is you're going to cut this out of whatever color you want. Let's say this was a blue bow. You're going to cut this out of blue cardstock or blue HTV. You're going to cut this back out of black HTV or black cardstock, her face out of any color you want. And then after you finish cutting everything out, what you're going to do is you're going to start layering it on top of each other. So that is what basically people call an SVG. Okay. So that was another tip I just gave you. I'm just undoing. And then if you have business edition, you are able to save this as a PNG file and you're going to save it to your computer. PNG means it's a transparent background. If you don't have that, just save it to your computer into your library just in case you want to come over again and change anything on her. You don't have to do the whole process again of tracing and stuff like that. If you are going to keep customizing her, do not save her as a PNG. Just save her as a regular silhouette file. How do you save this stuff? You go to File, you go to Save As, and you save it to your library or you save it to your hard drive. Now, because I already have her done, all I have to do, I'm actually going to group her together because I'm not done. I still have a lot more tips to give you. I'm going to right click and duplicate her. And I'm going to right click and ungroup her. And I could actually just click on her face. Remember, I have this palette right here. I could click on her face, go to my fill panel, click on the dropper, and I could put her lighter or a little bit more lighter than this. And now I have a different color Minnie. All I will have to do as well is go back to Google, look for another background of my choice, right click, copy image. Again, if you have basic, you have to save it and paste this to my software. I'm going to click on the image, right click, send to back. Make sure I bring this up. Have my background selected, hold down my shift key, click on the bow, go to my modify panel and click on crop. If by any chance I want her dress to be the same color for bow, go to my fill panel, click on the dropper and click on any color of there. And now Minnie is also like this. All right. I hope y'all understood this. I'm going to select her and group her together so I'm able to move this. I'm going to, I know this video is probably so long, I'm not even sure how long we are at now. Let me see. Oh, we're only at 23 minutes. Okay. I'm going to give you another tip really quick. Let's say you go and find an image that has an opening like Betty Boop. I'm going to right click, copy her. Again, if you have basic, you have to save her. And I'm going to paste her here. As you can see, Betty has an opening right here in her hairline. When I go and color Betty Boop's face, it's going to color like my entire background because of this opening here. If you come across an image like this, you first need to cover that up before you trace her. So right here on your left, you have like the pencil option, and then you just click on the pencil. You can bring up the thickness. If you go to your line style, bring up the thickness, make sure the color is black. And then I'm going to zoom in And then right here, I'm just going to, with my pencil, close that gap. As you can see, now that is black there. So I'm going to zoom out. Now, when I go trace this, it's going to, let me group it together just in case, because I got to make it a little bit smaller. Group it. And I'm going to make the image just a tad bit smaller. You're going to go to your trace panel. You're going to click select trace area. You're going to make a box around Betty. Wait till everything turns yellow. You see as right here, this didn't pick up. So bring up your threshold. And bring it up just a tad bit more. So that one right here gets selected. Now click on trace. Move this to the side. And you're going to repeat the same steps. You're going to right click. And as you can see, her mouth, I'm not going to like this image. Hold on. Her mouth is actually connected to her lips. So here you're going to have to do more modifying just because her lips are attached to the black outline. So as you can see, if I go color this in as black, you're going to see that her lips are connected. So I'm going to undo. And if I wanted by any chance, just, okay, look, I'm going to show you. Right click, release compound path. Everything in Betty now it's one shape. There's this little piece there that trace. So if I want to go and click on her lips, it's not going to let me color it because there's an opening that's connecting with her back outline. Here, I'm actually going to show you a different tip. The way you're going to do this is you're going to go back to your trace area. You're going to click select trace area and just trace Betty's lips. Like that. Okay. And then you're going to click on trace. And when you move Betty, now you have her lips. And then let's start coloring. I'm going to fast forward just a bit so I could get to the lip part. So let me start coloring her in. Again, you're going to select everything and start coloring her up. I'm going to speed this little part up. Okay, a couple things with this image. As you can see, she still has this shape right here in between her hand that it traced it as an shape. I'm going to zoom in. You can see there is an actual shape right here in between her hands. Now, you cannot just click on this shape and click delete. You can't do that because then there's still a black shape there. So I'm going to undo. What you need to do from here is the same thing that I taught you before with Minnie Mouse. You're going to have that shape that's already there selected. Hold down the shift key and you're going to click in the back, the black background of Betty or the any character you're doing or any image, and you're going to select that. You're going to go to modify panel and you're going to click where it says subtract all. Just wait a couple seconds and it automatically subtracted that shape out. Same thing here with the earrings. You see there's a shape. You're going to click on it. You're going to click in the back of Betty and subtract all. And then you're going to do that with every opening that you know there is. So I have actually two right here. So I'm going to click on the shape, click on the other shape, click in the back of Betty, and subtract all. Now I have that subtracted. Now you could go two ways. You could leave her lips black here if you wanted to. She actually looks cute with black lips. Now again, if you don't want, then you want to change her lip color, you are going to have to do what I told you after that. You're gonna have to go in there and just trace Betty's lips, and I have the lips right here. Now you still see that I'm gonna actually color her lips here red so you can see what I'm saying. So I have her lips right here. The only thing is that when I traced it, it also traced the outline of her face. All you have to do is go get your knife tool on your right. I'm going to zoom in. I have my knife tool selected, and you're just going to carefully cut that out and select that and delete it. Go back to your knife tool and cut this out as well, as good as you can. As you can see, still connected by a little piece right here. So just get your knife tool and cut that out again. And now delete this. And now you're going to grab your lips and place them. Use the arrow keys on your keyboard so you can align it better. I'm going to zoom out. She has her red lips there. I honestly don't like her with the red lips, or let's say a darker red. You can do whatever, but I honestly like it with this image to be black, but I was just showing you like an extra step. So I'm going to delete this. And then Betty is also done, but you need to change the outline color because it's still red. So select Betty, entire image. Go to your line style panel, click on the line color, and click on no color to take off all her red outline. And then you are able to Betty entirely. And I'm going to right click and group her together. And she is also done. Now, if you want to save her, again, like the same thing, I feel like I'm repeating myself, save her to your library. So all you have to do is just go back and change her colors. And you are done also from here. If you want to change her color, all you got to do is right click. You're going to duplicate her. And then you have two of her. You're going to right click and ungroup her. and then you're gonna click on her skin tone and change her skin tone to whatever skin tone you want to. Again, how the same steps. Hold on, what? Her face. Okay. Now, like I said before when I first started this video, you only don't do this with characters and stuff like that. You can literally just go get any image of your choice on Google, and let's say I look up a heart shape image. I'm going to click on it. You're going to save it to your computer if not, if you have basic. If not, just right click, copy image, go into Silhouette, right click and paste it. You're going to go to your trace panel. You're going to click select trace area. You are going to make a box around it. Wait till it turns yellow. And then click on trace. Move this to the side. Click on your heart. Right click. Release compound path. I'm going to delete everything that I don't want. Just using my keyboard. I just want one heart. Delete this. You can go ahead and use your fill pattern right here. You go to your fill pattern. You could make this heart any color of your choice. If by any chance you want to add a background, go get a background. Copy and paste. Send this to the back. Make sure you have the heart selected, holding down the shift key, your background. Go to your modify panel and click on crop. And there you go. So you can do anything of your choice by just tracing, release compound path, and coloring everything of your choice. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I don't know if I went too fast. I try to explain as much as I can. Always feel free to comment down below any other questions you may have. Don't forget to subscribe and click on the notification bell for more tutorials that are coming soon. Also, again, if you're not in my Facebook group, please go ahead and join. It's called Andrina's Creations Crafting Lounge. If you would like to purchase anything from me, also follow me on Facebook and Instagram at Andrina's Creations. If you don't have no social media, just email me at andrinascreations@yahoo.com. Again, I hope everyone's having a blessed day, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.